Hey guys, and welcome to another installment of Throwback Tuesday on the Tom and Jerry Experience. I'm Tom.
I'm Jerry.
And today we'll be talking about the announcement we just heard at E3.
The Halo Master Chief Collection of all of the Halos remade for Xbox One. And I almost died when I heard the announcement. Today we decided that's what we want to get nostalgic with.
I mean, there's so much, so we're gonna try and touch on some deep running nostalgia stuff. I mean, there's
some of the key points in our lives with the games.
There's a lot to talk about, but sit back and let's get nostalgic, Spartans. We talked about this for a long time today, and I guess we tried to figure out where we're going to start because there's so much to talk about. So I'm going to go first just because mine predates what you're going to talk about. So we'll go chronologically. And I'm going to talk about Halo 1. How Halo first brought me into multiplayer gaming. Up until Halo, and specifically the Xbox system, but up until Halo, the most you can get is 4 people. I mean, they had the PlayStation 1 attachment where you could put 6 or 8 controllers on, and you could play like hockey and that's the first memory I have of seriously multiplayer gaming. And with that, it was more friend driven. You can't just say, I'm gonna log on today and play like 3 games. You would have to call your friends and say, all right, go to his house, get him, bring his Xbox, we'll go to his house because he's got the router we need to plug into,
Grab his TV.
Yeah, and you had to bring TVs.
To bring TVs to each other's houses. I remember.
So what you did, you try to find the rich kid that had like 3 TVs, so you didn't have to fucking put it on your bike or your scooter and walk it across the neighborhood.
They were the CRT TVs.
Yeah,
this was back before flat screens. I mean, shoot.
Normally, when you do LAN parties, it was a sleepover or a weekend.
For the time allotment, you needed it.
You wouldn't just say, "Hey, let's play for an hour or 2." It was a weekend sleepover. You'd get 8 dudes, and you would just go ham and play Halo. I remember creating Spartans, like, I'm gonna be the red Spartan, I'm gonna name myself this. You can be
the pink Spartan.
Yeah. So it was
Spartan.
fun. Like, it wasn't that customizable like it is now. You can't go through and say, I want this helmet with these shoulder pads.
I want these shoulder pads and that knee pad, and I want this emblem with this picture on.
Gotta get the ninja sword from Halo 3. Online gaming was also introduced with Halo. As far as that time goes, Counter-Strike was really big online, but that was PC based. So with your Ethernet adaptation, you could plug into your computer and run through. What I used was GameSpy. I'm sure there was other things. You could actually do online gameplay, and it was so much fun.
It was system linking across the internet, which is essentially what online gaming is.
Yeah, it is. So it was a step ahead of the game, and I remember my cousin introduced me to it. I walked over, and he was playing. I was like, what's happening?
How are you playing with people? You're alone.
Yeah, and so he told me about it, and I was ecstatic, and it wasn't always supported. It was down all the time. It was laggy. There was cheaters, but it was
modders.
fun.
Oh, there were so many modders because there was no such thing as regulation. I started with Halo 1. I used to go over to Hexen's. You guys may have seen him in our cooking video. He was our judge. I used to, it was what, 6th, 7th grade? Middle school sometime? I would go over to his house before the bus at about 5 a.m. Mind you, very few things can ever get me out of the bed.
That is
that
dedication for a young man to get out of bed at 5 a.m.
I would get out at 5 a.m., get over to his house, and we would play through the campaign of Halo 1.
Yeah.
Halo CE, and we beat that game so many times.
The library. Ugh. The flood.
The maw. Yep. So many memories. I mean, half the time you'd get through it and you just end up killing each other.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're just like, it was an accident the first time. The next 300 times when it's the next day and you're like, wait, we should probably finish the campaign.
That rocket launcher up your ass? I'm sorry,
You're like,
Jerry.
oh, I accidentally blew up the warthog. And then you're like, oh, well, I accidentally threw a grenade. And
I thought that was a ramp. I took the ramp and the map ended. I don't know.
Done that so many
it was
times.
A shortcut, I swear.
And then so the carnage begins with you killing your friends. They finally decided, after watching everyone doing the online multiplayers, they were like, wait, why don't we actually make it for them?
Yeah.
And that was the birth of online multiplayer first-person shooters as we know it.
Yeah.
For consoles especially. This one was like the first matchmaking.
Oh yeah,
and
no,
that was
it was
the idea.
yeah.
Like they developed the entire matchmaking skill level ranking system for the first-person shooter
I
game.
specifically remember Counter-Strike it was like Counter-Strike Logic on the Xbox tried to use Xbox Live, and it failed.
Super bounces. The glitches in that game were probably the greatest thing.
That was honestly, I've never seen such rampant cheating in a game ever.
Those glitches kind of led a little
Not even
bit
glitches.
too much.
Network manipulation, modding,
standby.
People were just throwing everything they had at Bungie, and they just responded so perfectly. Like
They were like, okay,
all right.
you know what? Banhammer.
Yeah,
The Banhammer.
The Banhammer.
They
Oh,
dropped it so many times. We helped a lot of people get banned.
we did.
We used to record our games, and we'd help them get banned. Good times. A lot of people actually pick Halo 3 as their favorite of the series.
Really?
They do. I still pick Halo 2.
I pick Halo 2 just because
like Halo
of the time and devotion. I think
Yeah.
mentally, when I think Halo, I just mentally picture Halo 2.
7,000 games played.
Yeah. Yeah,
Both
so
of us. I actually got addicted to it for some time. And this is a PSA. Video games can be addicting. Friends don't let friends get addicted to it. Well, they do, because I actually met Tom through Halo 2 online multiplayer.
Aw.
We met on Halo 2 playing video games through our one friend, and then had a huge LAN party, and all hung out and became best friends.
Yeah. The first time we met, it was Mobster?
Mobster? Lineman?
What?
What?
It took us at least 2 weeks for us to actually call each other by our real first names.
Oh,
It
no,
was-
I'd still call you Lineman.
Yeah.
We'd be in game
It
and
was
it's
so
like,
hard.
Tom?
Yeah. Jerry?
And then people
Is
go,
it-
who the hell are Tom and Jerry? It's us.
It's us.
The main points that we wanted to cover were Halo 1 and Halo 2. Of course, there's Halo 3, Halo Reach, Halo 4, which Bungie and 343 Industries kept. They always stuck to
Yeah.
their series standard of making great games, awesome new multiplayer experiences.
Always, yeah.
And as we were talking about earlier, the fact that they always listen to the community. As always, leave your comments, feedback, any suggestions you have for the next Throwback Tuesday, or anything if you want to hear more about Halo. We
We can talk about Halo all day.
So if you want either another video or just want us to answer questions you've had about it, if you didn't actually get to play it as much as we did, or if you have differing opinions or views, let us know. We'd love to discuss it with you guys.
And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to
like and subscribe. Spartans, move.
I'm not gonna move.
No, that didn't.